Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you all are doing great. Children, after your half yearly exams, this is the first interaction that we are having. And before I start with the syllabus, let me be very clear that from now onwards, we'll be doing only those chapters in literature and in language, English language, which will be coming in your final term syllabus. Okay, what we have done in the past is not going to be repeated in your annual exam syllabus. Okay, so uh, you have to concentrate on the assignments or on the topics which we'll be doing from now onwards. Okay, and I hope that you'll listen to the explanations carefully, and then you will try attempting the questions. Okay, many a times what you people do is that you don't listen to the explanation, you straight away go to the question part and you start to find answers. You try to find the answers without going to the chapter, so that makes your task a little difficult, and many a times you make very silly mistakes in your answers. Okay, so to avoid that, I would suggest that don't be in a hurry. Okay, listen to the explanation and the same time read the chapters. Like when I'm reading the chapter from the book, you should also keep your book in front of you, and then you should also follow those words while listening to me, and also should listen to the explanation given after each reading. Okay, so that way the story, you can say, or the explanation part of that particular paragraph or of that particular chapter will be, better understood by you, and this in turn is going to help you remember the content uh, till for a very long time. Okay, so do that, and I promise that if you follow this regularly in all the subjects, I guarantee that your performance is going to be far much better than what it has been in your half yearly exams. Okay, so all the best for your future, and let's take the let's promise me that you are going to follow the instructions of each and every teacher properly, and will be punctual in submitting your homework, because that is one problem which we have faced a lot during the past few months. Okay, because every teacher has been requesting you to submit your assignments timely, and um, it's very disheartening to see that many of the children are not at all serious about the assignments. Remember, like your assignments were scored out of 20 for your during your half yearly exams, remember the same thing is gonna apply in your coming exams also. Okay, so don't wait for the last time. Don't think, okay, during exam time we are going to complete the syllabus, we are going to complete the assignment, and then we'll send it in one go. That has a negative marking also. So if you want to get full marks in assignments, be very punctual, be very regular in completing your assignment on time and submitting it. Many times what happens is you're not able to understand, or you're not able to find the answer, and as a result you're not able to complete that homework within a day or a two. Doesn't matter, but you can submit the homework after 2 or 3 days also, but make sure that whenever you are submitting the homework, it should be complete. First point, it should be complete. Second, the sequence of assignment should be mentioned. For example, the 20th assignment of English literature, or the 20th assignment or of Hindi. So the number of assignment as well as the subject should also be mentioned when you are sending the mail. Okay, and in the mail your name should also be there rather than your parents name or your brothers or sisters name. It is better that you send the mail using your name. Okay, so keep that in mind, and let's hope for the best, right? Okay, now coming to the course today, We'll start with English literature, and we'll be doing a chapter. It's a mystery chapter. It's a chapter in which a detective called Sherlock Holmes is approached by a teacher who is facing a certain problem, and he goes and asks for help from Sherlock Holmes, and there is very less time to solve that problem. So the story is about how Sherlock Holmes, within a very short span of time, is able to solve the mystery. Okay. Now the chapter is chapter number 6, The Adventure of the Three Students, and it is written by a very famous British author called Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Now, he has written a lot of stories. He has written almost 56 short stories of Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is actually a fictional character. Is a fictional character, and Sir Arthur Conan has projected him as a very, you know, good detective, very efficient detective who has got a keen power of observation. He's very good in logical reasoning and can draw conclusions from the evidence, whichever evidence is available in the at the crime scene. Okay. Now he has an assistant who is also a friend, and he is called Dr. Watson. And generally, what happens is whenever you'll read a story about Sherlock Holmes, all the narration part is actually done by Dr. Watson. Okay, so in this chapter, there are total 7 characters in this chapter. The main character is Sherlock Holmes, who's a detective. Then is Dr. Watson, who is the assistant as well as friend of Sherlock Holmes. Then there are 3 students. One is Miles McLaren Gilchrist, second one is Gilchrist, and the third one is Daulat Ras. Okay, and then there is one teacher called Hilton Soames, who teaches at St. Luke's College, and then there is a servant of the teacher, and that servant's name was Bannister. So all these character names are used in the story, and the story is written in a dialogue form. Okay, it's like scene wise presentation is given of the story, and we'll be starting from with the first scene, which starts at the house of Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so let's begin with the story without wasting any time. So open page number 89 of your English literature course book, and let's begin with the chapter. Scene 1. Sherlock Holmes' house. Holmes, not looking up. Who was at the door? Watson? Watson. This is Mr. Hilton Soames, Holmes. He teaches at St. Luke's College. Okay, now Sherlock Holmes was in his home. He was busy doing something. He had some work, so he was busy doing something. Suddenly there was a knock at his door, and when Watson answered the door, there was somebody who was there. And after some time, when Watson came back to Holmes' room, Holmes was busy doing something, so he did not look up, and he just asked Watson who was at the door, to which Watson replies. He introduces the person who was with him, and he introduces him to Sherlock Holmes and says that this is Mr. Hilton Soames, who is a teacher at St. Luke's College. Soames. Can you give me some of your time, Mr. Holmes? Today something happened at the college, and I am very worried. Holmes. Well, tell me your story, Mr. Soames. Okay, so when the introduction part was done, Soames, who was the teacher, he started, talking to Holmes, and he asks Holmes if he could spare some of his time, and he says that in my college something happened, because of which I'm quite worried, and I would like you to help me out to solve my problem. To which Holmes says, okay, Holmes asks him that what happened that made you so worried. Soames. Tomorrow is the first day of an important examination, and I'm one of the examiners. Today, at 3 o'clock, the three exam papers arrived for me to read. I began to read them, but at 4:30 p.m., I went out to have tea in a friend's room. So Soames start sharing his, problem with Holmes, and he says that the next day, that is the coming day, there is an exam which is going to be held in the college, and that is Hilton Soames, is one of the examiner, one of the person who is responsible to conduct that exam, and he says that at 3 o'clock today in the evening time, the exam papers which are supposed to be taken tomorrow arrived at his place, and he was going to read those papers, and he started reading those papers, but while after reading it for about 1.5 hours, at 4:30 p.m. it was time for tea, so he left his room and went to his friend's room to have a cup of tea with him. Holmes, where did you leave the papers? Then Holmes asked him that before leaving for the tea, where did he keep the papers? Holmes, they were on my writing table. I locked my door and was away for an hour. When I arrived home, I saw a key in my door. Is it my key? I thought. No, that's in my pocket. Ah, it's Bannister's key. Bannister is my servant. And Soames replies that because he was reading the paper because he was reading those exam papers, he left it on his writing table only, and but he made sure that before going to the other friend's room, he made it sure that he has locked his room's door, and after locking the room door for almost an hour, he was out of that room, and he was with his friend. And when he came back after the tea, when he came back to his room, to his home, he saw that there was a key in his door, and looking at the key, the first thought that came into his mind was, maybe it's my key. Okay, but then he realized that his room's key, his house key, is in his pocket. So then he thought that maybe his servant Bannister has also got a spare key of his house, so he thought maybe Bannister has entered that house using that spare key, and then he informs Holmes that Bannister is the name of his servant. Watson, why did he go to your room this afternoon? Soames, he brings my tea in every afternoon. He may have forgotten that I was out. So Watson asked Hilton that why Bannister went to his room that afternoon, to which Soames says that it is his daily routine that every evening, every afternoon, he brings tea for me. But that day, I think maybe he forgot that I was having tea at my friend's house, and that is why, as usual, following his daily routine, he came to give me tea. Holmes, where were the examination papers when you went back to your room? Soames, one was on a small table next to the window, one was on the floor, and one on my writing table. First I thought, did Bannister look at the papers? So I asked him, but he said, no, I did not. And he is an honest man, Mr. Holmes. So after listening to that, Holmes asked him that when you came back into the house and you entered your room where you were reading that paper, so where did you find the papers? To which Soames says that when I entered my room, I saw that the exam papers were all scattered in my room. One of the paper was on a small table which was near a window. Another paper was lying on the floor, and one of the paper was on the writing table. So the first thought when I saw the condition of the room, it was the papers were all scattered. So the first thought that came into my mind was that maybe Bannister went through those papers. Maybe he had gone through those papers. So when that doubt came into my mind, I called my servant and I asked Bannister if he had done so, to which he refused and he says, no, I have not gone through the papers. And then he assures Holmes that Bannister is an honest man, and so I believe he has never lied to me. So I believe what he says, that I believe that he has not gone through those papers in my absence. Holmes, what happened next? Soames, Bannister suddenly began to feel ill when I told him about the papers. He sat down on a chair and I gave him a strong drink. Then I looked carefully at the table next to the window. So Holmes says, then what happened next? What happened after you asked Bannister? He says that when asked Soames says that when I asked Bannister whether he had gone through the exam papers, suddenly Bannister started feeling sick. He said that he's not feeling comfortable. He is not feeling well. So I made him sit on a chair and I offered him a drink to make him more comfortable. And then my attention went towards the table that was placed next to the window. Watson, what did you find? Soames, small pieces of pencil. Holmes, did somebody break and sharpen a pencil? Soames, yes, perhaps. Yes, that was it. Hearing this, Watson, who was also present in the room, inquired about what he found when he looked at the table. So Soames says that he found small pieces of pencil, to which Holmes asked that did somebody break pencil or did somebody sharpen a pencil? So Soames says that yes, perhaps maybe somebody broke or sharpened a pencil. Holmes, good. That helps us. Soames, two more things. I have a new writing table, but now there's a little cut on it. There was a piece of black mud on the table. Holmes, is that all? So Holmes says, okay, that's a good, information that we have, that you gave to us, that means somebody was there in the room because you saw broken pieces of pencils or you saw pencil shavings. Then Soames remembered something and he adds more information and he says that I have observed two more things. First thing is that I have brought the writing table which was near the window was a brand new one. It was a new buy, but when I left the room, it was in a perfect condition. But when I came back, I saw that there was a little cut on it, and beside the little cut, there was also a piece of black mud on the table. And then Holmes said, is that all that you have remembered? Is that all, whatever you have seen after, whatever you saw after entering your room? Is it all the information you have given? Soames, yes. Please help me, Mr. Holmes. Holmes, come then. We must go to your rooms. And Soames says, yes, whatever I observed, I have told you. So please, Mr. Holmes, I request you to help me out. Try to find out who came to my room in my absence and went through those exam papers. To which Holmes says, okay, come on, then let's not waste any more time and let's go to your room in order to have a better inspection and to gather more evidence regarding this incident.